Schmit.
Ja, ich kann eigentlich an.
But, Bertus, all I can do really is link into what you said. I would like to thank you for a very successful German presidency in EPSCO, in our council. The German presidency has really been able to move social concerns to center stage and has been able to bring some initiatives to a successful conclusion. You've had your presidency at a very difficult time. The corona crisis not only had an influence on the subject, but also on the way we worked together, but it didn't stop us being very productive. And I think the German presidency can give itself a pat on the back for that. Now, taking up the points that we've discussed today, the platform, yes, of course, we want to promote the digital economy, but at the same time, we're aware that this can only be done if we manage to bring everybody along. The digital economy can't function out with social rules. In the 21st century, we can't develop a digital economy without, or rather, we can't develop in the 21st century if we have working conditions which come from the 19th century. We must have the social accompanying measures for the platforms, particularly for those people who work in these platforms. It is extremely important. Next year, the Commission will be making proposals on fair working conditions on the platforms. In the first phase, we will be working closely with the European Parliament and with the social partners. And at the beginning of next year, we'll have broad-based consultations with the European social partners. The second subject is, of course, a minimum wage in Europe, a fair minimum wage, a framework for minimum wage. I think we've had a very productive exchange of views. We also feel that this directive is essential in order to ensure social convergence in Europe. We need the social convergence the same way that we need an economic convergence. People have to get the feeling that Europe is good for them, that Europe protects them, and that their work is recognized, the value of their work is recognized, and therefore we need this framework for fair minimum wages, while, of course, respecting national systems, particularly those systems which are founded on collective agreements. You said that collective agreements are really the best way forward, the best way of fixing wages and salaries. And therefore, the support for bargaining agreements, collective agreements of the member states is part of this proposal. The German presidency has started the work on this directive, and I have every faith in the Portuguese presidency. I'm sure that you will be able to make significant progress over the next months. And now on supply chain, human rights, and the duty of care. We need trade, we need fair trade, we need globalization. Our companies are networked across the board, but the working conditions, the requirements for working conditions should not stop at the borders of Europe. And that's why the work done by the German presidency is so very valuable. And obviously, together with Commissioner Reinders, we'll continue to work on this so that Europe can be a shining light in the global economy. Together with the social partners, And together with the operators, we can